Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here, this time reviewing on The Muppets Wizard of Oz. Now, as you know, The Muppets Wizard of Oz is meant to be a 2005 musical fantasy television film, which was also meant to be Disney's another attempt in giving the sort of Disney Muppets magic a go. And this one is maybe more like a modern retelling of The Wizard of Oz. And the premise of the film is meant to follow a more black version of Dorothy Gale, played by Ash Tanny, who ends up basically in Oz after a freaky tornado storm, and instead of it being a house, it's meant to be living in a trailer in Kansas. And pretty much after her and her pet shrimp Toto ends up in the land of Oz. And of course, this is basically the Muppets' take on the Wizard of Oz. And this one, they try to go full on silly without taking things serious. Now, the problem with the film is, one, it relies a lot on pop culture references. It tries to be serious, but it doesn't really take itself way too serious. And I would say at this point you can kind of tell there's a lot of things that feel enforced, and there's a lot of things that feel like they really needed a reason to do. Again, when you kind of got the Land of Oz, it feels like there's a lot of things that should have been done with it. There's a lot of effort they could put into it, but it doesn't feel interesting or magical. And surprising enough, they actually got Quentin Tarantino to play himself in a short appearance with Kermit the Frog, which feels a bit way unnecessary. And this is gonna make kids ask, who's this guy meant to be, even though parents would know. And it feels like when they did wanted to do the Wicked Witch and the Good Witch, it's just a bunch of Miss Piggy clones. Again, I feel like when you've got the Wicked Witch of the West, there's so many actresses they could have used. Like one of the aunts from Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Hilda Zelda for the Wicked Witch. They could have used Glinda the Good Witch for Miss Piggy. And when they kind of got the Good Witch of the North, they actually could have used the actress who played Sabrina the Witch. But no, it just goes with a bunch of Miss Piggy clones. And when you kind of got... And also when you kind of got the two kind of joking old men playing the critics, like who's meant to be Statter and Waldorf, it feels like it's mostly them poking fun at critics for criticizing films. And yeah, I get it, with me being a critic, I will try and be fairer, but this one, it seems like they're taking more of a hurtful tone with some more softer critics. And I feel when you've kind of got Pepe the King Pawn, I felt instead of that character, they actually could have used Rolf the dog, which could have been a more fitting role. And I kind of feel like if they had made it into an actual film, they could have kept it fairly close to the book. But no, it just becomes an over-the-top means with culture references, not taking the source material serious, but making it full-on comedy. The thing about Muppets Christmas Carol and Treasure Island, they took it serious, but not completely. I would say this one feels more like a self-entitled fan fiction, like Dorothy wanting to join the Muppets, basically her sending the audition tape. This feels like something a 12-year-old girl would have written. Well, I would consider it the second worst Wizard of Oz film property next to Tom and Jerry's one. Well, it's not great, it's not bad, it's just not good. So I think it deserves 2 thumbs in the middle. Not great, not good, but it's alright, but not one of the best. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.